KHON2 News at 7 on K-High with Bridget Namata and Gina Mangieri.
Welcome back. Joining us in studio, Maui's Police Chief John Pelletier. Thanks for being with us, Chief.
Thanks for having me.
All right, there's a couple exciting things going on at the legislature that could affect the lives and the pay for dispatchers. Can you tell us what's going on and why it's important to watch?
There's a couple bills, one in front of the House and one in front of the Senate right now. And this is extremely important because there's some talk about classifying them as first responders. And in my opinion, they are. When you have a rapidly dynamic critical call, our dispatchers are the first people that are giving sometimes life-saving advice and information. We have in Maui County dispatchers that have actually helped deliver babies, helped give instructions on CPR, and our dispatchers are dispatching not just to police calls, but also to fire as well as medical on 3 different islands. And when you have that rapidly evolving dynamic incident, they're often the ones that are providing that essential de-escalation and calm to the storm. And so in order to do that, that legislation is proposed. In addition, there's legislation to look at the bargaining unit that they're in and see if they can't reclassify it to be compensated more.
And ultimately, it's about trying to get a significant pay raise, because what would a dispatcher make now if I wanted to come in and just start as a dispatcher?
Well, unfortunately, they're not making enough, and some of them are making just a little bit over what they would be in some fast food restaurants. Some of them are starting at about $22 an hour, and that's nowhere near the appropriate compensation for the incredible work that they do.
All right. Another quality of life issue is a 312 work schedule. How is that going? What's the reason for that adjustment? And when would that new schedule begin?
It would actually start next week. The reason being because of the staffing, it's an operational need. But what's great about that is that operational need is going to help us be more effective. For instance, on Molokai, that actually will help create an additional sector beat. And so you'll have 50% more officers out on the streets helping patrol and helping reduce crime. And so that matters a great deal. But what it really does and why it's so significant is it actually helps create officer wellness at a different level. And so our officers will be off 3 or 4 days a week. And when you start thinking about a career in law enforcement and you start thinking, why would I want to do this? The fact that you can actually have that time to decompress, that time to spend with your family and your loved ones and do the things that you love, it really starts to open up incredible opportunities. And so we're very excited about it. We modeled some of what we're doing after HPD because they were doing some test runs, but we're going to go completely county-wide with all of our patrol divisions. And so the 6 districts that we patrol, they'll all be moving into 312s beginning the end of next weekend.
All right, that is a big shift.
Yes.
Now, another big shift, 21st century policing. Quite high-level stuff, theoretical stuff, too. And you've talked about it before. There's several pillars. How is that going with the implementation? And what is most noticeable to, people on the street, people walking the street and doing their beats, or people receiving the services of your first responders?
No, great question. There's 6 pillars of 21st century policing, and all of them are important. And you want to do things not just because they're thrown at you, not just because you're told, but you want to do them because they're right. And in order to do them the right way, sometimes it takes time. So it is going well. And one of the ones I'll focus on is building trust and legitimacy. Okay. And so one of the things that the department's really been able to do is interact with the community members at different levels. And we're actually sitting down with our community members in organized meetings and both formal and informal. Next week, myself, I'm going to go to 2 that are scheduled, and where you talk to the community and you hear from the community what their issues and their concerns are, where they need policing, where they're seeing that shortage. And then if you can make implementations or changes, you do so. But also to be transparent in why we're doing what we're doing.
It's great. It's great to see purpose-driven work reaching its end result. Chief, well done.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for spending time with us. We'll see you next month.
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.